You know that feeling when you record an entire video and then you forgot to turn your new microphone on, so you have to re-record the entire thing? Hi you guys, it's Sam here with 50 Seconds of Shade talking about RuPaul's Drag Race. Whatever the last night was, really. So anyways, as we all know at this point, the top 4 is still the top 4, which I, as a Peppermint fan, am very happy about because it really kind of looked like Ru was getting ready to sort of like axe her off, if you know what I mean. Which I'm very happy she didn't, obviously. I can't lie to you guys, I really was a little underwhelmed. I get why maybe RuPaul didn't want to do a music video because she just lost her makeup artist. Hey, it's called 50 Seconds of Shade for a reason. To do sort of a lukewarm redux of last All-Stars finale was just not really a great idea, especially right after the All-Star season. The challenge was to do the musical dance number. It was the girl group challenge from All Stars 2. And they all had to write their own raps. Peppermint started off, and she wasn't super strong like I hoped she would be, and I kind of expected her to be, honestly, given her musical abilities, and I've heard Glad, as I'm sure many of you have. I really just expected her to nail this challenge. She did well, I just don't think that she did it amazingly. I did think her dance forms were cute. I hated the outfit that she wore, but her lyrics were probably the best of everyone's, I guess. I just think that she could have put a little bit more pop into her performance, which has sort of been her struggle all season long, except when she's lip syncing, so I really expected her to do well here. Moving on to Sasha, I actually was very surprised by how much I enjoyed Sasha in the sort of musical number. I thought that she was very original. She just brought a lot of energy to it. I loved her spoken word rap. It was very Tatiana. So I was really sort of excited to see how much of herself she was able to bring to the performance. I didn't think that her look was all that great. It looked exactly like what she walked in wearing, which I think was a huge mistake. And obviously her choreography was a little bit off because she can't dance and I can't fault her because, you know. But her rap was excellent. I thought that it was very funny. I thought she brought a lot of really great energy to it. So I was surprised that she ended up being my favorite in the rap number. Trinity's really suffered. I've tried so hard to work on my feelings about Trinity and blah, 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 blah. But she suffered with the choreography. She really didn't pop. They tried to tell me she was funny. I didn't think she was funny. Her rap wasn't great. Her dance moves weren't great. It was all bad. And she wore another bathing suit, my God. And then of course there was Shay, who was neck and neck with Sasha. I just thought that Sasha brought a little bit more originality and spice to it. And I had a hard time understanding the words that were coming out of Shay's mouth because they were coming out so fast, which I'm not a musical genius or something, but I would imagine, especially from last season, you want everyone to hear every single word that comes out of your mouth because they're really supposed to sort of almost be punchlines. But say that again. I love that she had a baseball bat. That was cute. Yeah, I think that weirdly enough, Sasha ended up doing the best in the rap performance, especially when she crawled on stage. Then we get to the runway looks, and I was really disappointed in kind of all of them. Nothing read as best drag. Nothing was particularly polished or original or interesting. It definitely wasn't the best thing that each of them had worn all season long. Peppermint's in particular, I really struggled with. The fabric looked cheap. The idea was just so not on brand for Peppermint. It just looked like a high school theater costume, and that's not great. Sasha on the runway, I'm sorry, I don't think that Sasha's fashion is as amazing as it could be. I think back to her Club Kid look. If she could deliver that level of look every single time she came out onto the runway, then I'd be her biggest fan. But it's like Joan Smalls said last week, when I watch RuPaul's Drag Race, I want to see that elegance, I want to see that moment, I want to see it heightened. Fashion, sure, if someone walked a red carpet wearing that, would I be amazed? Actually, probably not. But the gloves were so clunky, the dress was just not what it should have been for a finale. Shay probably had the best look on the runway, but it wasn't exactly a really difficult honor to get this week, if we're being honest. I loved the sort of Beyonce-ness of it. I loved the corset. I loved how embellished it was. It was just great, but it wasn't best drag to me. I think back to things that Shay's worn, and I'm is this the best thing she's ever worn? When they put out 4 of her former outfits, those were all amazing. That's not really what this is. This just didn't super read Shea Coulee to me. Genuinely underwhelming moment for Shay. Then there was Trinity Taylor, who, I don't get it. It really didn't seem on brand for her, even though she has painted herself as this pageant queen. It did not fit properly. It did not flatter her proportions. It just looked so generic and just, oh God, it was so bad, and then Michelle congratulated her on it. It was, for God's sake. Anyways, the lip sync wasn't great either. It was really sort of a lackluster episode. I have tried to defend this season of RuPaul's Drag Race like they were my own children. The most emotive part of the finale was probably when Peppermint cried about her. It was so great getting to know this side of Peppermint. I'm just like, where was this build up the entire season? Because it's so important to talk about the fact that trans women can still be drag queens. And I don't know, I just, oh God, weird. My pick for the win, as you all know, is definitely Peppermint still. I love her. I honestly couldn't tell you who deserves to be America's Next Drag Superstar. I just can't. If y'all can help me out here and tell me who you think should be America's Next Drag Superstar, I will really appreciate it. Put it in the comment. Like, comment, subscribe, shade my Sasha Velour shade. And thanks for watching. Let's hope that they actually crown a winner next week. Who knows anymore, really. Anyways, besos. Chicks. Some motherfuckers are getting drunk as shit on that roof. Kiss. Aww.